They know what's at stake. Just a point required to guarantee their passage through to the knockout stages. We'll have it live on EA TV. Hello, it's a real pleasure to be with you from West London, from Stamford Bridge. I'm Derek Ray, and my commentary partner here on the gantry is the former Arsenal and West Ham player Stuart Robson. It's all about the Champions League and whether or not Chelsea can stamp their ticket for the knockout stages. It is Chelsea up against Malmö.
Well, thanks, Derek. It's quite simple. If Chelsea play at their best today, they will go through to the knockout stages. They've been quite brilliant at times in this group.
Here's the lineup for Chelsea. This is how the visitors will set up today.
Well, in this shape, their two holding midfield players will be key today. If they can get on the ball and dictate the play, protect the two centre-backs, it will then allow the attacking players to show their creative quality.
And they get the ball rolling in this Champions League group stage confrontation. A really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened. And Pulisic has it. Real chance! Well, quite simply not precise enough from that position. Well, looking at the table, it might be a celebratory occasion for the home fans because they know their heroes could clinch a place in the knockout stages and with games to spare, Stuart.
Yeah, get a draw today and they're through. But they have to get their tactics absolutely right. They don't want to sit too deep.
Isak Kiese-Thelin. And scope for them to produce something exciting. Thelin. Excellent passing. Well, it was a good-looking sequence, but it comes to an end. This is looking threatening. N'Golo Kanté. Ziyech. Well, it so nearly went in, but the post having its say.
Well, that's a great effort, isn't it? He caught that really well. That deserved a goal.
Christian Pulisic, someone who can dominate a game with his play on the ball. Stuart, what do you expect to see from him today?
Well, he's a good all-round player. When he's closing the ball down, he does it at pace. When he's linking up the play, he's good at that. But his real attribute and his threat is when he runs in behind defenders. That's when he's at his most dangerous.
Saul. Pulisic now. A bit sloppy in possession. Koivunen. Christiansen. Excellent use of the ball as they make their way forward. But really sticking to their task defensively. Pulisic. It has to be. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, that's just a wonderful save. How did he stop that? Well, this is a big moment, and don't these fans know it?
Putting his body on the line. Baimo. Anders Christiansen. Raki. And on the ball, Moisander. Just looking for the right moment for that final pass. And they need to get tighter. Isak Kiese-Thelin. Well, really fine goalkeeping. Good diving stop. Who can they pick out? And problem solved for now. Ziyech. You know, Chelsea have an awful lot of space. Decided to come in from the flank. Ziyech! Really sound goalkeeping.
Well, that had to be a goal, didn't it? What a stop that is.
Well, the short corner routine. Barkley. Can they forge ahead? Pulisic. And struggling to get the shot off. And turned onto the woodwork. And there it is, the half-time whistle. And the main thing is they're currently... And the second half of this Champions League group stage meeting is underway. Room to roam on the wing. But they dealt with the threat posed. And the counter-attack is on, options available. Into the advanced position. And it's in! 1-0, they've breached the defence.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. But he's still got so much work to do. Just look at the strength he shows to hold off the defender and still get his shot away. That's a really good finish.
One 0 then. I'm delighted to say more Premier League action coming up for you here on EA TV. It's Chelsea facing Burnley. Another good tackle. Saul. It's with Saul. N'Golo Conte. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi. And scope for them to produce something exciting. Can they find a gap in the defence? Werner. On to Werner. Well, they're keeping their opponents moving and guessing. Lukaku. Now following the clearance, it will be a corner. They take it short. Werner. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Saul. Well, the attack carried an initial threat, but fizzled out. Raki. 20 minutes remaining. Sergio Peña. Raki. Might be able to get in behind the defence. Conte.
Please contact the nearest security guard. Thank you.
It's really opening up positively for Chelsea. Conte. Trevor Chalobah. Conte has it. Hudson-Odoi. This could be it! And it is! He's done it! Surely a case of game over.
Well, just watch this again. A change of pace, a change of direction and a decent finish. That's a very good goal.
Well, a second goal for them here. Baimo. And on the ball, Moisander. Oscar Lewicki. It's with Ola Toivonen. Can he take advantage? Well, there's a keeper on song.
Well, how did he stop that? That's just unbelievable.
So deciding to make a personnel change at this juncture. It could be up for grabs. Insufficient guile from that corner. Keeper's ball. Not much time to make up his mind. Well, totalling up all the stoppages, we'll have 2 additional minutes. The inside route looks promising. This is looking threatening. Saul. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Surely! Oh, terrific save.
Well, you're absolutely right. That's a top-class save. Just look how he reacts.
And taken short. Fine tackle there to prevent the chance. And so that is going to be that. The final whistle here, and they're in a pretty comfortable position because not only have they booked a place in the knockout stages, it's still very much on for them to finish top of the group, Stuart.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Derek. It's job half done at the moment. They'll still want to take that top spot, though. It could make all the difference going into the next round.
Well, he's done what he set out to do, Romelu Lukaku, tonight.
Yeah, not much more you could ask for, really. Plenty of effort, a goal, and most importantly, the right result. He should be happy with today.
just a couple of questions for you. Yeah, no.